Listen, man, I'd be lying to y'all if I thought I was gonna make this video today. I was getting my stuff ready, you know, in a very spiritual, Christmassy mood, which, by the way, fellas, god damn it. That's, by the way, you know what I'm saying, your boy getting right out here. I know I've had this shirt for like 5 years. You've been seeing me make videos with this shirt like for the past like 5 years, bro. Hey, man. So like I said, guys, Merry Christmas, man. I hope you guys got what you wanted on Christmas. Hope you spent time together with your family. But yeah, like I said, I was gonna make a completely different video today, but just as I was finalizing getting my stuff together for the video I was gonna make, I saw this on my YouTube homepage and I'm like, damn, that's a W thumbnail, I'm not gonna lie. High key, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Y'all probably gonna see me become a reactor more than anything on this channel because I typically never react to the content, but I love these type of videos because I love yapping. If you guys haven't told by now, I'm a yapper, my boy. What can I say? So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Drop a like on it. Support your boy, the Swollest Man on Roblox. And of course, if you're new around here, consider subscribing. Stay tuned, my boy. We got awesome content on the channel. We only upload certified bangers around here. So the video we're gonna react to is called Roblox 2023 was ... by Black Yonkos. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, your thumbnail and your title is valid, but will your opinion be valid? Maybe it might be, because you're starting off with some Grand Clover. Your Grand Clover, if y'all don't know about Grand Clover, that's a W game. Bro, they going crazy with that game. That game is going to blow a lot of these games out the waters, and you guys will see. That is a true grandiose game. Not like Grand Kaiser. I mean, I'm just, all right.
2023 has been a terrible year for the Roblox anime community, ranging from games like Haze Piece.
Yo, in general, I don't know about y'all, but 2023 has been hot ass. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. The only positivity in my life has been the birth of my daughter. Yes, I'm an old head. Yeah, I have a daughter, guys. Okay, but anyway, let's keep going.
All the way to Grand Kaizen. Now listen, y'all probably like, you shouldn't be hating on the devs' hard work. Now I'm not hating on.
No. Fair game, dude. Do what you gotta do, homie.
On no devs' hard work. I'm just saying, bro, these games were not it, and I'm gonna be telling y'all exactly why they were not it. But let me stop my yapping and let's get into it. So to start off 2023, before
Sheesh! Yo, he really doing it, bro. Bro, do you guys see how good Grand Clover looks? I think it's a joke, but this game is not a joke, dog. This game is solid, bro. Just look how nice this game looks.
I was making content or even thinking about making content. We got Anime Showdown, Pixel Piece, and Project Mugetsu. Now listen, to start off with Anime Showdown, I'm pretty sure it did release January, February. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not educated on the beginning of 2023.
Brother, I ain't gonna lie, brother. Okay. I'm worse off than you. I thought this game Anime Showdown came out last year and it got shut down and re-released again this year. Maybe I'm wilding, but that's what I thought. I'm tripping.
Cause I wasn't really keeping up with Roblox news, but the game did release for like 100, 200 Robux on paid access or whatever, and it closed because it had a lack of content and lack of characters. That's what I heard, and I could be wrong on that too. But the game did reopen back in like December, like beginning of December. And let's just say the re-release, it didn't go too good. They added like 8, 9 new characters.
I thought it went well. I just say, like, bro, this is my opinion about like fighting games, right? This is why I don't be playing them too much on Roblox, right? Because a lot of you guys are for lack of a better word, just dirty bums that don't get off of these damn games, bro. Touch grass, kid. Touch grass. A lot of you guys just stay playing these games all the damn time, and there comes a casual like me to hop on the game to try to get good, and I get matched up against you bums every single time. It never fails. It never fails. I know it could be a skill issue. I really don't care, but I feel like if we had good matchmaking, I think these fighting games would see a lot more players. But yeah, that's my critique of Anime Showdown. I love the game otherwise. I think the game is really good. I don't think people really had much bad to say about it. I think it's, you know, just a matter of skill issue.
Personally, right? I'm not a huge...
Because it's like doing around the same as ABA or something like that. At least until like the latest update, which was today.
Arena Fighter fan, so I wasn't really excited for the re-release anyway, and I didn't even play the OG version.
Matter of fact, hold on, brother. I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. All right, so the game has like, look, about 3,000 players on Christmas Day. And look, ABA literally just updated, and it has 10,000 players. Again, I don't think Anime Showdown is doing bad by any means whatsoever, but that's just my 2 cents. You guys let me know what your perspective on that is.
Because I wasn't really playing Roblox back then too much, but the re-release, it kind of flopped. They had like maybe 20K on re-release, I want to say.
Bruh. But how is that a flop though? But I'm gonna let you finish.
They had to shut down at least 20 times that day. It was tragic because Roblox was messing with them. They had to shut down over and over and over, and the people who saw a new game and played it and just kept seeing the game getting shut down, this really did turn people away. And yeah, the game just didn't really do too good on re-release. It's probably sitting at like what, 2K, 3K players right now. I feel like if they never closed it in the first place and just added more characters as time went on, then it could have done better in my opinion, but it is what it is. And so next up for Pixel Piece, there's not too much to.
So I will say he's not really saying that. Well, I mean, he did say it flopped, right? But I don't think that's bad though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for a fighting game, for an arena fighter, I don't think averaging 3,000 players is bad at all. I think that's freaking pretty damn good. I feel like if you hover around the, I would say like the 3 to 5K range of like CCU for concurrent players and whatnot. Like, I feel like you're solid. Like, you're actually in a really, really good position as an arena fighter. Like, that's not doable, bro. You know what I mean? Like, arena fighters typically don't average those numbers. Like, the only exception has been ABA. But like I said, you're comparing, like, the biggest anime arena fighter to another one, even though it could be of a higher quality, whatever the case is. But, yeah, I don't know. I disagree. I disagree with the first one. I don't think Anime Showdown was a flop at all. I just think that it's like, it's an anime fighting game, you know, it's an arena fighter, and that's how they all go.
To be said, they had an old team of devs. They closed the game down. They got a new team of devs. Jandel, I think that was the owner's name. He dropped like 6 figures on this junk. I wonder.
Yeah, he dropped $300,000, bro. He bought Pixel Piece for $300K. Goddamn.
He returned that money if he made back the money he spent, because.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, he didn't. It kind of sucks. I've actually spoken to him personally a couple of times. Yeah, he has not recouped $300K. I'm laughing about it, but it's not a situation to laugh about because it's $300,000 in an investment that you lose out on. But I mean, you live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? You live and you learn.
Pixel Piece, it was not a good game. I remember they was preaching, saying, oh, it's not going to be a bandit beater on re-release. It was a bandit beater on re-release, bro. It was crazy. Pixel Piece was not innovative. The only cool thing about Pixel Piece was it was a pixelated One Piece game.
But that's the thing I never understood about people, bro. Because this is, to me, it's like, that's the whole thing. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't speak for everybody, but like, I didn't really see most people going out here and saying like, this is like the next like grandiose, like, oh, it's gonna overtake the best of the best. Like, people weren't saying that. What I think people were saying, what I remember people were saying was that this is gonna be like the next GPO-esque type of game, right? It's like a pixelized GPO. You can see it in the gameplay and everything. And if you actually play the game had potential. Obviously, it's just a bandit beater, but I mean, what like One Piece game is it? And yes, I know Rel-C's isn't blah blah, but that's now. I'm talking about during the time of this game. You know what I mean? During Pixel Piece inception and stuff like that. For what it was really good, and it did do really good. What killed off Pixel Piece was the performance issues. Like, it was a lag fest. People couldn't run this game, couldn't play this game. Optimization was trash. That's why they even closed down the game the first time around indefinitely, right? Until it got sold off and whatnot. But yeah, the game averaged, like, what was it, like 45, 50K on day of release? You know, like, that's really good, bro. That's really good. But unfortunately, performance issues was what led down to like this game not really doing too well. And then obviously it got sold off, and Yandel just didn't know how to manage a One Piece anime game at all. That's
about it. The effects were cool, progression, it was obviously the same, and everything else, combat, it was dookie butter. Combat was infinite combos. Pixel Piece was something else, and I feel like on re-release it was even laggier. I remember fighting Arlong, and bro was teleporting, and he'd hit me.
Nah, performance was definitely a lot better. I think this might have been like an individual case by case basis, right? but performance overwhelmingly was a lot better. Like everybody mostly agreed that like, okay, the game was a lot better now as far as like loading and assets and stuff like that when it re-released.
The hitbox, Pixel Piece re-release was a mess. It should have never been re-released. I'm gonna be real with you. And to add on to Pixel Piece, I forgot to say he's working on a new game named Pixel Seas, and I'm gonna let the game speak for itself. This game probably gonna do worse than Pixel Piece. And to close up about the first quarter of 2023, we got Project Mugetsu. Now this game, it speaks for itself. It had no updates. This game was literally, and I mean literally, GPO project.
God damn, bro. How this man said not one good thing about these games, bro. Bro, y'all be toxic as hell. God damn. Bro, you can say your piece about it. And I know he said in the intro, like, I'm not trying to hate on nobody's work, but, you know, these games really just weren't hitting like that. But, like, god damn, bro, out of these 3 big games, there's not one thing that you liked about them or something, bro?
6 layers, but Bleach. It was nothing unique. You know, the graphics was cool. The infinite combos were crazy. If you were fighting someone, they use a flash escape, and you get them in a combo again, oh, they basically dead. You just 1, 2, 3, 4, ZX. Like, bro, the combos were crazy. Infinite combos. The graphics were cool. Progression, obviously a bandit beat 'em, my brother. What did you expect? It had Project in the name, and it lacked updates. I think they're only on their 2nd update right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. This game came out.
I mean, but to be honest, right? Like, what do you really expect, right? Because it's like, this is Fresh's, I'm not trying to defend Fresh, but this is Fresh's first game as a developer, right? And again, Project Mugetsu, you know, Project Slayers. So do you see Project Slayers getting updated a whole lot? I'm just saying, right?
I'm not entirely too sure, but I'm gonna say it came out about March through May. I'm gonna say March through May. I can't remember the exact date, but it had to be March through May because I feel like I played this in April or May.
And this is another thing too that I will say, this is my personal opinion on Project Mugetsu, and I said it because I was one of the biggest believers and like literally the only person promoting the game prior to its release consistently during like its testing phase or closed media access, whatever the heck it was called. But like my biggest thing, and I've always said it, was that the game was just difficult, dog. It was a grind fest. So I always said that Bleach games, that's their biggest shortcoming. Like, they're a freaking grind fest and take people hours and hours and hours and hours to like get something remotely good, like not even like that great. And it's just, it's not worth it, and it's tedious and it's boring, and that's why they end up dying, because people are just like, I'm not finna spend 50 hours to get like one somewhat good thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what killed it off for a lot of people. Beyond, yes, I would agree with you. Updates weren't there that much, but if the game is good, people are going to play it whether or not if the game gets consistently updated. They can take their time with updates if the game and the gameplay is good. And again, as far as like combat and stuff is concerned, I don't know, because I don't really PvP, so I don't really know about the whole infinite combo stuff, but from my understanding, what everybody said, it was just like what I said initially, what I thought was going to be the case, which ended up being the case, which was progression was hard as hell. People don't got time to be grinding like 50 damn hours just to get something. Like, bro, get that trash out of here. But that's why I feel like this game went through the phase that it did. And yeah,
I can't entirely remember, and I know I said I was closing up the first quarter, but I completely forgot about Wisteria. I'm pretty sure this game dropped in April 2, maybe May.
Yo, Wisteria 2 was a disappointment, bro. All right, let's see.
Wisteria, it was definitely a game. There were mad bugs left and right and left and right. Now Wisteria 2, honestly, any game is fun if you play it with your boys, you know what I'm saying? Me and my boys, we made Wisteria 2 fun even through all the bugs and all the stuff that happened in Wisteria 2, and I literally kid you not.
And I feel like, you know, like most Demon Slayer games are like that. Like, they can be bad, but if you're playing with friends, like it'll be fun. I feel like it's just like the ambiance, you know what I'm saying? Of like just Demon Slayer, like going rogue, or like just like, you know, having a group and doing stuff. Like, I don't know. They're fun.
I'm almost done with the recording, and I forgot Wisteria 2 was a game, so I had to go back. I had to record this and add it in, bro.
Crazy.
Like that tells you enough
damn,
about
homie. Brody, god damn. Yo, I can tell why the devs be going crazy with a lot of you guys and your videos, because holy damn. Yo, man's just said, I ain't gonna hold you. I recorded this video and I forgot this game even existed, so I had to go back and record about it. Yo, what?
Another game, Fruit Warriors. I forgot about it. I literally had to look up this game. That's how bad it was. That's how much I forgot about it. At least Wisteria 2 was sitting at the back of my head. I completely forgot about this game, bruh. But it was a Blox Fruits copy by Axior. Axior saying Rel C sucks.
Oh, yeah. I never really played this game because I didn't like the drama that was like with this game to begin with. But I thought the VFX was solid as hell. Shout out to my boy. I think Sav. Sav was the one that was doing the VFX on that game. But yeah, VFX was solid, but I never really played it beyond that.
This is the Rel C's killer. No, it's not. The game killed itself. All right, so to start off the summer games, I'm gonna say this is like Q2, Q3. We got Type Soul. Now, this is the first game that I created content on. It got me some views. You know, Type Soul got me right. Type Soul, my baby, for real. But Type Soul had so many issues. It was insane. It was like in mad content. And when I say mad content, bro, mad content. And the rates, all that stuff, don't even get me started. The rerolls, the prices, it was crazy. Type Soul was doomed from day one because it was a CC game made public, and they was trying to keep it a CC. Why you gonna make a closed community game public but keep it CC? Like all the requirements for stuff. I remember I dead made a TikTok on the requirements. It got like 500k views, and they switched the requirements 10 minutes, and everybody in the comments was saying, oh, you lied to us, you lied.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That is so crazy. I hate when they be doing that for real though. Like, you know, you'll do something because they think it's too easy all of a sudden, they switch it up like that, and then it invalidates everything. Like, I feel like that's another issue with this game too, in particular with Type Soul. They really did that too much, where they were constantly changing stuff up, stuff that didn't need to be changed, you know? And a lot of times with anime games, you see that they release and people are completing things too easy, so they try to make it harder to keep people playing. But what ends up happening is people don't play your damn game because it's too hard to do. Like, damn, what do people not understand about that? All right, keep going.
Lied to us. I made another one on Shikai. They changed the requirements for that. I swear Type Soul was out for me. They seen it. They said, no, sir. But it's actually crazy. This game was doomed from day one. 1% legendary is absurd. The price is absurd. It was just cooked. And now next up we got Fire Force Online. I believe this released end of July, beginning of August, because all I know is I was on vacation around the time it released. But this game got me right too. It got me some views on TikTok, got me some views on YouTube. Fire Force Online was just like a worse Type Soul or Fire Force. I mean, that's honestly the best way I could explain it. Fire Force Online's combat, it was the progression, beep, 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 beep. Let me call
Fire Force Online just reminded me of like the Mob Psycho games, the My Hero games. Like it was definitely up in that category of games, like just like the superhero anime type games, or super powered anime type games, right? Quite literally, that's what it is. But it had that same aesthetic, that same vibe. I feel like this game was more so a game geared toward, like, I don't want to say traditionally like OG Roblox anime players and stuff like that. But yeah, like if you like those type of games, if you like the Mob Psycho games from back then, the My Hero games from back then, heck, a lot of games used to be styled exactly. Oh, the One Punch Man games as well were in this style. I feel like if you guys like those type of games, you loved Fire Force. It did pretty good as well. Just didn't last long. I think it was an issue of like content, really, but it wasn't a bad game overall.
While I'm on my phone, let me go put this fire out, repeat, then you started PvP. So I mean, if you like PvP, you did like that. But Fire Force Online was lacking in content, and they sold their own game. They literally threw it. It had at least 30k on release, if I remember. I wasn't really keeping track because I was on vacation, but I swear it had like 30k on release, and then they waited a month, maybe 2, maybe even 3 to update their game. And now they're doing weekly updates.
I think it was like 2 months and change, I think, if I remember.
Yeah, dev team, let's let this game die and then we'll start updates. Like that's the way. Like, what were they cooking with that? Like, if they started weekly updates sooner, Fire Force Online could have
you see, that's the thing though. Weekly updates, man. A lot of y'all be like unrealistic. You cannot realistically expect a small dev group to push out weekly updates that are good content updates. Like, it's just it's not feasible. Hell, it's almost not even feasible for like multi-million-dollar AAA studios. You know what I'm saying? To push out weekly updates like that. So I don't know. I think people gotta stop like with the expectation of weekly updates. I think they should like be understanding of the situation and be more accepting of, in my opinion, semi-weekly or monthly updates. As long as like it's a good amount of content being added into the game. Like I'm not finna wait a year, 2 weeks, a month, and you just go ahead and do some quality of life additions or something like that, and add in one new power and one new purchase in the store. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like obviously, you know, but whatever.
At least 1K plus. They probably have like 600 right now, which isn't bad. But if they started them weekly updates sooner, they could have low-key cooked with this one. And next up, we got Peroxide, which was arguably the best game of the year. And before y'all say, oh, I hate you, Yonko, this isn't the best game of the year, bro. You're smoking some ganja. Listen, I'm not saying it's the best game, but it did do the best numbers, and it was the most consistent. Listen, I could be wrong because, like I said,
homie just said arguably the best game, but I'm not saying it's the best game, but it is the best game.
I wasn't keeping up with Roblox back in like, you know, Q1 during like Anime Showdown and Pixel Piece, but I know both of those games got shut down pretty quickly, so the numbers couldn't have been too crazy. Like, they could have been good. I heard Pixel Piece had good on release, probably Anime Showdown 2, but it was shut down, and Peroxide stayed consistent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on Peroxide, not saying it's bad, but their update schedule could be a little better. You know what I'm saying? The combat in Peroxide, I absolutely despise it, bro. I despise it. Every time I fight, I feel like I'm lagging. And it's insane. The AIs are cool. Like, they low-key smart. But every time I fight in Peroxide, I just feel like I'm lagging, bro. It might just be me. Maybe my internet sucks. But the combat is in Peroxide.
I don't know. I didn't feel like that. Again, I think like with Peroxide's downfall, like Peroxide has always had like a cult following for real, like even before it released, right? In testing and whatnot. Like it's still averaged like, I think like what, 2,000-3,000 players in testing, like crazy numbers, right? So it had a really a very much cult following, but I feel like the thing with Peroxide is the same thing that I mentioned with Project Mugetsu and what Bleach games are. Like there's just unnecessarily like unneedingly difficult, like, or grindy, and I feel like Peroxide is no exception to it. People were, I think, able to look past it just because, you know, they were coming off of the Type Soul hype, and this game to some degree is you know, like comparable beyond the fact that it's a Bleach game. I don't know if y'all gonna see what I'm trying to say here, but you know, you're coming off the Type Soul hype. There's a new Bleach game to play now, and it actually has more content than what Type Soul was. But the kicker is that it's a grind fest. So I feel like that's the thing. Like these games, they have enough content to hook people in, but then like people just leave really quickly because they can't get to said content in enough time to where they feel satisfied. So that's just my 2 cents on Peroxide as well. I don't think it died off because of or dwindled down because of what he said, like as far as like the updates and stuff like that.
Peroxide is not touching Type Soul. Type Soul combat is so much better. And for these next 4 games, I'm kind of going to put them all into one. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So let's start off with Haze Piece. There's not too much to be said on this game. Haze Piece was a Blox Fruits copy. It was garbage. It was Project New World, but revamped. And it wasn't even revamped. It was the same game. It was just garbage, bro. I don't even know what they were cooking with that. Now, next up, we got Pirates Destiny. Now, this game...
So, I think he's gonna cook all the One Piece games here. But to me, it's like Haze Piece, and I covered the game on my channel, obviously. These games are not for everybody, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people will see these games, they do well on Roblox. They do well for a reason, mind you. And then it's like they don't like them and they don't like playing these type of games because they're just bandit beaters, and then they just label them trash. You know what I mean? If you actually play like Blox X-esque, type of games that aren't necessarily Blox themselves, right? You would know that amongst those type of games or that genre of games for One Piece games, Haze Piece was actually pretty good. It's pretty good. So it was a high quality version of them. I'm not gonna talk to you so far as to like the progression and how, because that's another thing. Like Haze Piece, they upon the re-release, it did so well because they actually ramped up the speed at which you could gain levels and complete stuff, and it dwindled down originally because it was too hard. So it was a high quality game, but it was difficult, and people were expecting a lot more content than what was given. They were expecting a lot more depth to the game, if you will, than what was actually in the final product. So that's what happened with that game. I don't think it was, you know, complete and utter trash. But yeah.
Game, another Blox Fruits copy is similar to that. The game wasn't too crazy.
Again, this is not a Blox Fruits copy. This is this is what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like people that really don't be in these communities like that are gonna look at them and just say whatever, because that's what the Roblox community does. This game, Pirates Destiny, again, you know, I had critiqued it before it even came out. I haven't even talked to the owner about, you know, my concerns over this game as well. Like, this game is very clearly in the category of Grand Prix Online, like in those type of like clone. Like, if you're gonna call it a clone, call it a GPO clone, because that's the whole aesthetic for this type of game. And again, when you talk about One Piece games, there are very different type of One Piece games, and they all each fall into their own category. And the thing with this one was just the appeal factor. Like, to me, it was just like, it's not an appealing game. It was kind of messy on the release anyways, with how people attained stuff, and it was messy. So that's the issue with that game. But let me see what he has to say about that.
The combat was obviously not good. Progression was obviously not good. It was just a copy. I'm gonna be real with y'all. And next up, One Piece New Dreams. It's like we got a little trend going.
Yeah, this game, before he says anything, I'm just saying my 2 cents on everything too, right? But One Piece New Dreams, like, I was so mad at this game, because it's like, I'm mad at all these type of games that try to copy the Rogue Lineage formula and implement it in an anime way, and like slap an anime name title on it just to like get players and stuff. It doesn't work, bro. Like, you know, in theory, for a lot of people, it could work. Oh yeah, but this and that and that. But in practice, we've seen it time and time again. These games do not work. Please stop making them, bro. They're so bad. And this game, in my opinion, like, I'll go out here, this is like the only one where I couldn't even, if y'all saw my video on this game, I couldn't even finish the video. I was like, you know what, guys, look, this is not for me. You know, like, I don't like this game, you know? And then lo and behold, the game literally died off like in one day, I think it was. Like, it was crazy.
Going on here, we got One Piece games 3 in a row. That's insane. That was honestly the worst month. I hated that month. I'm like, if I see another One Piece game, I might throw up. I might change my name from Black Yonko to something else, because Yonko, One Piece, it was all making me sick. One Piece New Dreams was your default type of, you know, One Piece game. It was CC. It was definitely a game. When I first played this game, I was laggy. I was mad laggy. The game on release was not good. It had more dislikes than likes. I don't think it even broke 10K. I think it was the first game this year, besides maybe Pirates Destiny, to not break 10K. That is insane. That is tragic. And the game did re-release, but I'm just not a One Piece New Dreams fan. It doesn't strike me as good. It doesn't look fun, and it honestly just wasn't fun. I'm gonna be real with y'all. And then next up, we got the big Clover Retribution. Now, I completely, no hate, no shade, I completely forgot that this game released this year. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I forgot about it. But this game wasn't honestly too bad, but it wasn't good either. It wasn't something that I saw myself playing. I did not expect my guide to do good, because my guide, I can tell y'all right now, I made that guide in like 3 minutes. That guide is as long as the video is. That's how long it took me to make, because I really wasn't explaining anything, because I wasn't playing the game. You know what I'm saying? But those were some games that released, and those games were definitely games. And before we get into the final game, I just want to say the Battlegrounds trend. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. I personally do not like Battlegrounds games. Some people do, and they made videos on them and saw crazy success. Battlegrounds are the new Blox Fruits, but I couldn't see myself doing that because I just don't have fun. But listen, like I said before, if you play with boys, pause, that sounds mad zesty, but if you play with your friends, games can be good even if they bad. I'll hop on a Battleground.
Wait, what? Yo, saying if you play with boys is very different from saying if you play with your boys. What? Oh, nah, bro. Nah, bro. The pause can't save you on that one, son. I ain't gonna lie to you. What?
Game when I'm bored, as long as I'm with gang. You know what I'm saying? You will never catch me on a Battlegrounds game alone, because I just don't enjoy them. I don't see the hype in them. I don't see what's fun about them. We just got copy and paste on copy and paste. Same Battlegrounds, different anime, all that stuff. I just don't see why y'all feeding into it. but hopefully this trend dies out in 2024. And to put the whipped cream with the cherry on top of this terrible year we know as 2023, we got Grand Kaizen. Now this is recorded before the re-release, but I'm gonna go ahead and predict that the re-release won't be too good. But hey, we'll see. Who knows?
Spoiler alert, re-release is disastrous, okay? Disastrous. I'm not even gonna talk about it, but just disastrous.
Oh, but I don't even know where to start with this game. They had to try. They had to try to make the bugs this bad. How do they make it where weapons accumulate damage? You'll hit a dude for 100, cool. 300, cool. 500, okay. 9,000, 1 trillion. I'll put the screenshot on the screen right now if I can find it. I think it was 1 trillion or 100 billion. Maybe I just can't count numbers. I don't know. They were small. But listen, this game had to have the worst release of 2023. I thought One Piece New Dreams was bad until I played me some Grand Kaizen, Grand Beater. But listen, they did have a unique spin on the game. Instead of it being a bandit beater, it was a bandit locator. You had to locate the bandits across.
Oh my god, bro. Can y'all stop, man? No disrespect to the guy that made this video, bro, but what are y'all 5 with this bandit beater nonsense? God damn, dog. Like every game on the platform literally has quests where you, yes, go attack bandits. You can change the name and it'll be just that. Think about any game that you've ever played, right? Literally, the quest types are built to go there and fight this. Again, there's different progression systems you can incorporate into your game, but like, god damn, y'all be like, I haven't even released my game. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even label myself a game developer like that. I'm not even a game dev, and I'm already getting tight with all this bandit beater, bandit beater, bandit beater, bandit beater, bandit beater. Oh, hey, oh yeah, you guessed it, bandit beater, bandit beater, bandit beater, bandit beater. And it's like the plays on the jokes with the bandit, like it's not funny, dog. Again, no hate, but it's like, god damn, bro, y'all sound like y'all 5 with these jokes, you know?
It's the map and then beat them up. Come on now, clap it up for Grand Kaizen, adding some new aspects to Roblox. Now let me stop hating. That sounds like mad meat riding and hating. But Grand Kaizen was full of bugs, progression, obviously a bandit beater, and the VFX wasn't too great, but they started reworking it and it became a step above. Now listen, if you follow me on TikTok, people were saying I was mad glazed in this game. Not one time did I say Grand Kaizen would be a good game. I did put it in a TikTok saying we're getting 2 banger games to close off the year, but when I got to Grand Kaizen's part, I said this game needs more work. I said it needs more content, but people still saying that I said this was going to be a good game. It never happened. I made my showcases, I got my views, I got my dinero, and I dipped. You know what I'm saying? I dipped. But listen, that's to wrap up 2023. Let's hope 2024 is a banger, because if we have another 2023, I'm switching to Fortnite content. I am done with Roblox if 2024 flops. But listen, that leads me to my next video that y'all gonna see. What to expect in 2024. I'm gonna be making a little YouTube video on that.
Alright, cool. So, look, pretty decent video overall. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it started off a lot better than how it ended off. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old for it, but like I got tired of the whole bandit beater. Like every single game is a bandit beater tie-in for it, basically, like, or a bandit beater tie-in joke, and it was just like, oh come on, bro. Like, you can critique something else that isn't, you guessed it, bandit beater. You know what I mean? But that's just my 2 cents. Otherwise than that, good video.